and welcome to another very special episode of Clutchcast. I'm Matt Schroyer, and I'm here with my good friend and project car, the BMW Z3 Roadster. So I'm here in the midst of an entire coolant system rebuild and refresh on this 2000 BMW Z3 Roadster 2.3. And that meant I had to take off the intake manifold, which was quite a job, probably one of the biggest procedures in this entire coolant system refresh and rebuild. So while it's out, I want to maintain it properly. I want to fix things, I want to replace things. So in this episode, I'm going to replace the CCV system, the crankcase ventilation system, on this M52TU B25 engine. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it, show you the intake manifold off the car, the parts I'm going to replace, and show you the procedure. Let's get to it. Okay, I'm going to start off by showing you the important vacuum hoses under the hood that relate to the intake manifold or plug into the intake manifold. So I'm going to start off by showing you this one right here. This one comes all the way from the secondary air system on the other side of the car. That secondary air system is basically an air pump that blows air into the exhaust on startup to hopefully reduce emissions. That's the whole point of it. And it does require some vacuum connection, and that's what this comes from. I've replaced the vacuum tube here, and it's really easy to track that. It just snakes all the way around to the other side of the engine. So the number 2 vacuum connection that you should worry about is this one right here. I've also replaced this vacuum hose. This plugs in to the fuel rail, or rather this tube on top of the fuel rail. So that's number 2. You can identify it because it does not come from the exhaust side of the car. It actually comes down to from the back here, and you can see that snakes over here over the transmission, and you can actually unclip this back here at this clip. To gain better access, you can unclip it and bring it towards you. Better access to replace that line. But anyway, that goes all the way back there. Okay, number 3 is a different size tube. It's this one here. It's got this metal fitting down here in this blue tube that goes down beneath the car. And so this is distinct. It's a different diameter, different tube, different whole deal. But again, this does plug in to the vacuum nipples on the intake manifold. And I'm going to show you where those plug in. So just a second. Okay, so here's the back side of the intake manifold. This is the side that faces the firewall. Very difficult to get to and to manipulate, so hopefully this footage will come in handy. But anyway, 3 connections you should be concerned about. One of them is capped off, so you don't have to worry about that one. This larger diameter end goes to the larger diameter tube that goes underneath the car. This one is a smaller diameter, connects to this check valve, which then connects to and runs to this electrical valve. And this is capped off right now, but I just put that cap on myself. This actually is the line that goes to the secondary air pump. The electrical connector for this was very hard to get off. Not a lot of slack, not a lot of room to manipulate. Cover those 3 and this 4th connection here, and that's all you basically have to worry about as far as vacuum is concerned on the back side of this intake manifold. The underside of the intake manifold, throttle body goes there, idle control valve goes there, and the DISA valve goes here. This is the sucker jet pump, whatever you want to call it. It's basically a vacuum line to the brake servo unit. I had to clip this and put a new clamp on it to get it out of the car. Backside, you see here we have some more vacuum systems. Always a good idea, and I've done this on this one, is to replace all the vacuum lines that you can. This is just a simple check valve here going to this unit. Both of these lines are replaced. And but this is the, well, at least part of it, of the CCV system. I had to clip this hose to get it off of the dipstick tube. This feeds down into the dipstick tube and down into the oil pan of the car. Tilt it a little bit so you can see more of it. Here we go. Here's the other part of the system. This is a line that I believe goes to the fuel system of the car. Not entirely sure about that. But this, again, is another vacuum line that I'm going to take off and replace. Whole bunch of hoses involved. This one goes to the top of the valve cover here. These become very brittle with age. Big reason why you want to replace them. This gasket here, you don't necessarily have to replace it if you've replaced it recently, but this is probably the original gasket to this intake manifold. I'm going to replace that, definitely. Flipping over to the top side, I want to clean this up a little bit, but this is a major reason for replacing this entire system. The insulation on this part, this particular hose for the CCV system, has just turned to dust. I mean, that's nasty, is what that is. So all this is going to be replaced down to here, and again, this tube here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the parts that I got to do this. Hopefully I have all the parts. Here are the hoses required to replace the CCV system. You'll notice that all of them have insulation, which is fantastic. This is actually part of the cold climate version of the CCV system. Apparently, there was an issue with condensation getting into the oil of certain BMWs that were in cold climates. So what BMW did to resolve that issue was to just basically wrap everything in insulation to create a thermal barrier from cold temperatures. And they also extended that insulation even to the CCV itself. Look at this. This is basically entirely cased in this kind of rubberized, foamy padding insulation stuff. Pretty cool. You know, I don't live in a cold climate. This car currently resides in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I don't think you would call that a cold climate at all. But, you know, if I were to ever drive this car to a cold climate, it'd be nice to just have that little extra layer of security. If you're doing this, even if you're in a warm climate, I mean, why not get the cold climate system? You'll definitely be able to advertise that to people if you're ever going to sell the car. But anyway, cold climate system. I believe this is all the hoses involved, so I'm going to go ahead and start to take apart the old system and put this new stuff on. Oh, one last thing before I get started. Now, some people say that you can remove this entire system with the intake manifold still installed in the car. I don't see how you could do that, and I have pretty small hands. But anyway, when it's off the car, you can attack it with these bolts right here, these nuts right here, and that's how you start to take off this whole system. So I just wanted to show you that before I begin. Okay, so here we are, a fully assembled intake manifold. Let's see here, we got all the nice insulated parts here. Made it a little bit more difficult to install than the original pieces that were in there, but I still think it's a good choice if you're going to go ahead and do this, to just go get the insulated CCV system, the cold weather parts. Definitely one of the hardest things, if not the hardest thing to do on this entire setup, was these gaskets right here. So very easy to actually pop in. You can use a liberal application of silicone spray to help that, but you probably won't need it. But getting the old ones out is very difficult, very hard, took a lot of time, a lot of effort. Basically, you want to pry up at the lip a little bit, and then try to spray some penetrant like Croil or WD-40 penetrant, anything to kind of get into that crack there and remove whatever is causing the remains of the rubber gasket to stick to the plastic there. But otherwise, the process was fairly straightforward. So yeah, next step, of course, is to go ahead and install this back on the Roadster. Alright, so that's going to be it for this episode of CludgeCast. In the next episode, I'm going to install the intake manifold back on the car and hopefully get everything back up and running. This has been a long journey to refresh the coolant system on this car, but I think we are nearing completion. At least I can see the light at the head of the tunnel. I want to thank you for joining me. I hope you learned a lot. I know I sure did about intake manifolds. We'll see you next time. See you down the road.